Rants of a Naija Chic. Sorry I'm coming to you a little disheveled. It's been a rough couple of days of momming. Like, Duke refuses to take more than 30 minutes nap, so I'm going to try to see if I can finish this before she wakes up. So I'm just monitoring her on this. But yeah, let's get into it. So today is going to be another review. Real Housewives of Durban is back. I don't know if anybody on here even knows what the season is, but this is my best Real Housewife franchise of Africa. I really love them. I really got into them in their past seasons. They've only had season 1 and 2. By the way, it shows on Showmax in case anybody is interested. Anyway, season 3 is back and the first episode dropped about 2 days ago as at the time I'm filming this. In case anybody on here does not know what the Real Housewives, I've never seen a Real Housewives franchise before. It's basically just women, usually rich women, or at least pretending to be rich women. Camera follows them around in their daily lives, that kind of thing. Just guilty pleasure reality TV. You don't watch Real Housewives to learn life lessons, so we just watch it for the drama and the fun. So the first thing I noticed about season 3, which I didn't really like, is that the cast has really changed a lot. So in season 2 we had Annie, who is a businesswoman, wife and mother. Then we had Shorisha, who is an Indian woman but has lived in South Africa for a very long time now. She's also married with children. We had Nonku, who is the drama queen as far as I'm concerned of Real Housewives of Durban. We had Lakonko, who was single but was always a little bit of story there. I don't want to go into her story because I don't know the full story. Even on the season 2, she didn't tell us the full story. And we had Londi, who is a singer, businesswoman as well. We had Jojo, who is another white lady who has been living in South Africa for a while. And then we had Tobile, who is a TV presenter, I believe. She was only on for season 2 alone, but she's married to this man who had 3 other wives, and like it was a thing, they all loved themselves. Sister wives is real for them. So in season 3, we found that Lakonko is not coming back, Londi is not coming back, and Tobile is not coming back. So like 3 cast members have been replaced with new people. They've been replaced with Maria, Mbali, and Sindile. Sorry, I'm just looking at their names so that I do not mix them up. But yeah, let's get right into the first episode. The first episode opened with Jojo, which I felt was odd because Jojo to me is not really the main focus in the drama. But anyways, she was talking about how her life has been and how there are all new things and a new car, you know, the usual housewife stuff, bragging about what she now has. And then it turns out she's planning a party, and then she's calling this other lady Mbali, who is a singer and actress, who is one of the cast members that was revealed earlier in the lineup. And when she was calling the singer, she kept mentioning that that this one she's having an event, she's calling another singer, that she has had a singer in the past and the singer disappointed her, which was a shade to Londi, because Londi is also a singer, and in the previous season she had called Londi to come and sing for an event she was having, and Londi, like 2 hours to the event, Londi was like, you know what, I cannot come, I'm not making it, I cannot sing and all that. So I was like, why are you starting season 3 with the old drama? Like, girl, is that going to be your entire storyline in this season? And I think I was kind of right. That seems to want to be like her storyline, but anyways. And then we have Nonku kind of was introduced like this is Zen Nonku. The previous season had ended with everybody talking to Nonku about her drinking and like telling her you need to, you know, tone it down and all that. So the next season opens up and she's kind of like presenting a Zen Nonku to us. And I was like, Nonku cannot be calm. No, Nonku has to bring the drama. And this Zen Nonku, I'm not believing it. And I was right. For me, the first episode was kind of boring. I think maybe because my mind was already like, I don't see Lakonk, I don't see Londi, which I've been following after the season ended and I really like now. So maybe that colored my mind. But to me, only 2 major things really happened in the first episode. And the first one was Nonku invited Jojo, who apparently they are now body friends, even though last season they didn't end like on like good terms, but apparently they're now buddies. So she invited Jojo, Shorisha to her house to introduce them to Maria, who is now their new cast member. Usually how Real Housewife franchises work is the old cast member will kind of like say, oh, this is my friend and she's going to come be around us, and it turns out that that's also your new cast member. So that's how generally they work. So now she's inviting Jojo and Shorisha to come meet Maria, who is going to be their, not Maria, sorry, to come meet Sindile, who is going to be their new cast member, and then she's not inviting Annie, who is their old cast member. So even when the other girls got there, they were like, okay, so why is Annie not here? And she was trying to infer to something that had happened when they were not shooting, that Annie, she needs to talk to Annie, she's not sure when she's with Annie. But that was not even the main thing. Nonkuda is coming to us like she has done a lot of work on herself. She has been celibate for a year, blah blah blah. You're trying to introduce this new girl Sindile to the other girls, and then you go and you're telling Jojo that Sindile said something about you. And Sindile was like, I don't understand what you're trying to do. You're trying to introduce these girls to me. And I like the fact that she called her out there and then. It's like, you're trying to introduce this girl to me. You want me to be friends with them. And then you go saying that I said something about Jojo and you still don't want to say everything. Just took the bull by the horns and say, you know what? This is what I said. I called you, Jojo, that you're her new toy, and when she is tired of you, she's going to toss you around. It's not like I'm insecure about your friendship with her. No, that's not it. The whole thing was just kind of shady. Like, why would you throw her under the bus like that? And in the confessionals, the girl said the same thing. I mean, you're inviting me to meet your new friends and you're throwing me under the bus. What does that mean? Like, what stunt are you trying to pull? And they also talked about Annie there as well. And Shorisha on her part was like, you know what? I don't feel comfortable talking about Annie. I think you should talk to her about all the concerns you have, because I'm definitely going to tell her what we have said here. You know, something of that nature. And she was just like, you know, she wants to, she'll approach her, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, the next thing that was a major thing that happened in episode 1 for me was a JoJo's princess soiree. Is that how it's called? Soiree. I know the spelling, maybe the pronunciation. But honestly, girl, why are you having a party? You're having all the girls come in like the big ball gowns, and then you're having them horse-drawn in a carriage to come into the small venue. The whole thing was just too extra for nothing. Like, why are you doing all that? Jojo was the first person who got brought in the carriage, and there was no guest there. So I was like, why are you coming in? I think you want to make like a grand entrance. Your guests are not here and you're coming in this grand entrance and nobody's there to see you. But apparently that's what she wanted to do for all her guests. And then comes Maria, who I have not talked about. I have already clocked her. Maria is the new girl on the cast. I think she's going to be the fighter, and she's going to stir a lot of drama, because already in her confessional she was just like that she has already been on a horse driven carriage a lot of times, that maybe this is not new to her, that maybe for the other girls this is going to be new. I'm like, auntie, calm down now. If you have ridden in the carriage, maybe other girls have not done that before and it's a novelty experience for them. Even me that was saying that the whole thing is extra, I was like, won't you calm down? But anyway, the party started, and unfortunately for Jojo, Mbali, who is their other cast member, who was also meant to sing at the start of the event, did not come. As the girl did not come, I just concluded that means Jojo just wanted this singer thing to be her storyline on the first episode. That's what I just concluded, honestly. I mean, I know these Real Housewives shows are supposed to be unscripted, but between you and me, there's a little bit of scripting that go on. So I think that was planned. I can't even lie. I think that stunt was planned. The girl didn't come, and she was like, should I call her girl or lady? Anyways, she didn't come, and then she came very late when they had already left the place she wanted to sing, and then they go into the place they're supposed to eat, and now everybody's like, you should sing, and she felt a little bit pressured, according to her in her confessional. Why are they asking her to sing? And I'm like, but you already was told that you were going to sing, so you people want to repeat the whole Lundy issue again. Anyway, she eventually sang, and it was a little bit underwhelming, maybe because there was no mic and some accompaniments, I don't know, but it was very, very underwhelming. And Maria, again, in her confession, she did not even, like, her face did not even lie. So I'm like, okay, that's the one to watch for. Anyways, they play a game as usual, and the game leads us to finding out that Mbali, singer/actress, the new girl on the cast, she lost her children, but we didn't kind of get the full story about that, and it kind of wanted to end on that kind of sad note. But here comes Shorisha, who in this new season, she's kind of like, I'm going to be speaking up more for myself. In front of everybody, Shorisha calls out Nonko and like, you should take Annie aside and speak to her. So everybody's like, okay, what's happening? And Nonko is like, when I'm ready, I'll speak to Annie. And Shorisha is like, I told you that you should speak to her before I speak to her, so you really should. And that leads to a whole lot of back and forth, because Annie is like, I didn't know there was something going on between us that you needed to speak to me in private, and Nonku is being very evasive about the whole matter. But that's it basically in a nutshell for episode 1. What do I think of the first episode? Honestly, it was a little bit underwhelming for me. I think it's because I was expecting to see people like Lakonko and London, whom I like, but I'm not going to write them off yet. I mean, Annie is still on the cast. My Nonku is still on the cast. So I know that it can pick up later. In fact, I'm sure the season will pick up as it goes. So yeah, I'm still going to keep watching, because let's face facts, it's my guilty pleasure. And Nigeria is so hard these days, so you need something to relieve some of the tension. Anyways, that's it for this review. Let me know in the comment section if you watch any of the Real Housewives franchise. It doesn't matter if it's Africa, or if it's the US, or even the Dubai one, which I really like. That's another one I'm waiting for the season 2 to come out. Thank you for watching. Do please subscribe to this channel, and definitely check us out on Facebook, Rants of Naija Chic, and on Instagram with the same name. And do not say because you are subscribed to the YouTube channel that you're not going to follow us on Facebook, because some videos actually go to Facebook and they do not come to YouTube. So definitely follow us there as well and like the page. That's it for me today. See you next time, hopefully with a nice set of nails. I felt so uncomfortable filming this without nails.